everyone. So today the nurse is coming to give me an immune infusion. I get these infusions every 3 weeks, and this is for something, it's also because of the cancer, but this is also goes back like I have something else called common variable immune deficiency that is in addition to the cancer. So I have an immune deficiency that is being treated by this, separate from the cancer, but this is also can be used to help people get their immune system back after transplant. So I get this from my immunologist, who is with Penn Medicine in Philadelphia, but I get all of my cancer treatment at Fox Chase Cancer Center. So it does involve some coordination between doctors and some extra work to make sure that things get coordinated properly. But unfortunately, there is not an immune system doctor at Fox Chase, so I have to keep seeing the doctor at Penn. So that's that. And so I thought I would talk to you while I get together my supplies for today. I have a pump, and I will get my bag of immune stuff that got delivered yesterday and is in my fridge, and it'll be put in here, and then the nurse will pump it in so that it gets ready and primed in the pump. And then I am going to set up, I have a whole box of supplies here, and they keep sending me supplies even though I tell them I don't need more. But so I go through and I try to organize them and put like all the same things. So these are all IV start kits. So this is why, one of the reasons why medicine is so expensive, because even though I say I don't need anything, I got in my bag today at least 2, 3, 4. I got 4 more IV start kits. So, you know, I know that they have to, if there isn't a supply here that the nurse needs when the nurse gets here, then that could be a big problem. So if they cannot give me the infusion because I don't have a supply here, then that throws everything off. However, there has to be a better way. Somehow notes are not getting through or something that I don't need additional supplies. They did just change to a computer system, and so now everything is different. Like I sign on the computer pad when the guy delivers my meds and stuff. So that might be part of the problem, but this has been going on for a while. It just seems to have been gotten worse recently. So I can't even fit all my IV start kits in this bag. In addition to organizing everything together, I tried to sort it out by date so that if something's going to go bad earlier, it'll get used earlier. And then in addition to that, when stuff is about to go out of date, the only thing I found to be able to do with it is donate it to vets or veterinary hospitals. If you guys know other things, like I could maybe a pet rescue too. I don't know, but I found that you can give this stuff to vets. So yeah, I'm just talking about all these supplies, and I have to try to get them organized today. They sent stuff for them to draw blood work and tubing and everything. So I'm going to get all these supplies organized into their bags. My nurse is going to be here probably in about an hour. So in maybe 10 or 15 minutes, I'll take my meds out of the fridge just so they're not super cold going in. And let's see, what else did I want to talk about today? So I wanted to talk about a few other things, and let me pull the camera. Here you can see how curly my hair is when I just get out of the bath or shower. It is like super curly, and as I said before, my hair was straight. So this has been an interesting experience. I decided to let it grow a bit longer and see what happens. Let me tilt this up. So I just wanted to give you a few more updates about what's going on with me. I found out that I have been scheduled for chemotherapy on September 11th, which would be 4 weeks from my last treatment. And they did not send me a lab slip. So once again, I'm supposed to get labs at least a week before to make sure that I'm strong enough for the next treatment, because I've had some serious side effects from the daratumumab in the past. And every single dose of Dara that I've taken so far, I've had to struggle to try to get them to do the right thing by me, which is order the test the week before you want me to have the dose. The last time my test results didn't come back and in time, and I got a dose, I think, sooner than I should have. And I wasn't out of bed for over a week. So, and now I've been so excited this past weekend, feeling better. I've been out, I went out and I took a walk. I walked half a mile at first. I've gotten up to a whole mile. I walked a whole mile one day. Of course, after I do these things, like, I'm spent, and even the next day I'm spent. But it's worth it because I feel like I'm improving. Because at first it was a half a mile. And then I even went and did a tour of this castle. I put it up on my channel just because I know that, like, that's the kind of stuff that I like to watch when I was sick in bed. I was sick in bed for almost like 4 years. I mean, it's a bit of an exaggeration because there were times that I was up and out of bed, but there was in 2020, when I was overdosed in January, that whole year was gone basically, and some of 2021 for sure. And then I was having shingles back and forth for a while. So it was very difficult, and I was watching a lot of YouTube, and it just so happened that that's around when COVID happened, and so started a lot of those walking channels and stuff, and tours of things, and they would put museum tours online for free and things like that. So I thought, why the heck not? But I want to be clear about this. I don't want anybody who's watching my channel, to support me, to go and watch those videos because they think they need to do it to support me. This is not anything, I'm just putting them up there. I'm not making any money off of this channel. I don't plan on making any money off of this channel. This is just a community of people to support each other. And that's just something I did. If you want to watch it, watch it. If you don't, don't. I'm just saying, don't do it. Don't watch something out of a favor for me to get me like more views or something. I just want people to watch things that they want to watch, is all I'm trying to say. I just want to be really clear about that. As I put different stuff on the channel, don't feel like you have to watch something to support me. What I'm putting on the channel is I'm putting things on the channel that I feel are helping me heal and going through my healing process. So I've put up some of my arts and crafts. I want to do a little bit more of that. The gardening definitely helps me heal, so I put that up. And also getting out into nature, walking in nature, and getting out and doing things that I haven't been able to do in years. Those things have all been very helpful to me. So that's why I'm posting them. So I guess the big thing is I'm still at a point of miscommunication with my doctor, in that they went ahead and scheduled the chemo but didn't put through the labs. And I've sent a note the past 2 days asking for the lab slip. If I don't get the lab slip by tomorrow, then I won't have it in time to get the labs to result by the September 11th. And in that case, I think what I will do is I will continue to ask for the lab slip, but then ask them to move the chemo date to September 18th so that the labs have enough time to result. I'm really hopeful that this is the doctor that found what Penn was doing and found that I had the problem with the drug, and said over and over again how he saw that Penn wasn't listening and they weren't following the proper protocol based on how my body reacts, that they weren't following up on the things. But now the same thing's happening with him, and it's not because he doesn't know better. He does. It's that things are falling through the cracks again. It's these hospitals have way too much going on. You know, it is possible. You know, I talked to one of my friends, and you know, I have had to report like people for not following protocol. Like, for example, when I was getting my transplant, people coming into my room without the mask on when I was severely compromised. And, you know, it's possible that you get somewhat of a reputation when you advocate for yourself, etc. So that might be part of it, but I feel like it's actually more just that they're overwhelmed and that they don't have time to do anything other than the standard that they do for everyone else. And so whenever there's a patient that comes along that's different, you have to really strongly advocate for yourself. I don't know. I guess I'd be interested to hear about how other people are finding the medical system now. I feel like COVID strained it tremendously. A lot of people probably left. A lot of people are probably burnt out. And I see a lot of trauma in the face of the medical providers. And so I personally, even though like I'm upset about how I'm not being treated in a professional way, you know, I have these certain conditions, so we should follow up this certain way, and things are getting missed. It's hard for me to feel adversarial about that. I feel more like concerned for me, but also concerned for the other people at the other end who are also working so hard for all these patients who are struggling with multiple myeloma right now. This disease is really came from being something that was practically hardly any in the population to now a lot of people are this is being found in. So I don't know if it's just better detection or what, but they, you know, they're full. The multiple myeloma unit at Fox Chase is full. So anyway, I'm going to go now because I'm going to finish getting the stuff ready for my infusion today. And I love my infusion nurse. She is a doll, and I look forward to seeing her every time she comes. So I will have an awesome day today, and I hope you do too. Bye.